Hello everybody, this is the M-Crew Dude, and as you may remember, I'm being forced to watch horrible Christmas movies by Santa.
What? You want an intro? How's this for your stockings?
So why should I review Babes in Toyland?
Well, besides saving your friends, I wanted to review another failed adaptation of something that never got great adaptations to begin with.
The Disney version wasn't that bad.
It was better, but why don't you tell everybody about it? Now!
Okay, so, Babes in Toyland started as an operetta created by Victor Herbert and Glenn McDonough in 1903, which was a musical featuring characters from nursery rhymes such as Humpty Dumpty and so forth. Throughout the decades, there have been a few adaptations ranging from alright to really bad. The one that Santa is making me watch is the animated 1997 version, and I actually remember seeing this one a few times when it was shown on Toon Disney. And from what I remember, I actually really liked it. But is it worse now that I've gotten older? Well, let's unwrap this one and find out. This is Babes in Toyland. The film opens up with Humpty Dumpty singing and taking a bath. Hopefully he used the egg shampoo. You know what I mean. My American fans might not get it, but the Europeans definitely will. After a few animation hiccups, the magic train who occasionally has sentient whistles and engines pulls into the station after we meet our two main characters, a boy and a girl named Jack and Jill, obviously. They come across a guy named Tom who is in charge of the toy factory, and he is way too enthusiastic about his job.
I would be too if I actually gave a crap.
What the heck? They got a huge factory with big machines and hundreds of workers report to me. Oh, and I'm a very close personal friend of Santa Claus.
Ah, yes. Tom and I are great friends, so long as he keeps the payments up.
Look, it's Mary and her little lamb. Hey, Mary.
Oh, good God, now that's a face I can't get used to. So Mary and Tom leave for the toy factory while Jack and Jill meet their uncle who is supposed to take care of them. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
You're kind of a sick man. I like it.
When we finally see Toyland, I have to admit, it never reaches its full potential. This is supposed to be a big, bustling place full of magic and fun, but there's always very little going on. The best thing that I can say is that the songs are actually pretty good, but simply as a product of the time. They're not annoying, and one song is actually from the original musical. So they finally go off to meet their Uncle Barnaby, also known as the Crooked Man.
What are Jack and Jill? Your nephew and niece. They've come to live with you. Oh, I have a much better idea. Toss him in a river.
Works for me. This is the M-Crew Dude signing off, wishing you a...
Not so fast, Barnaby.
Didn't you get a copy of the letter?
I never read mail. It might be good news.
Well, that explains the lack of lighting. The inside of the house isn't much better because everything is crooked like reverse OCD. So Barnaby and his crooked cat keep Jack and Jill in the attic like true cliched villains, while Jill tries to make the most of the situation by singing.
In my heart there lives a dream. It stays though I may roam. It's a dress of lace, soap to wash my face, and a comb. Wish we had a home means lots of stuff to eat. A yard, a dog, and me. In the treehouse, you bet. Add it up, you get what I want the most, to be a family.
Seriously, these songs are not bad. It's just a shame that they're not combined with better story writing. So the next morning, Barnaby explains that his main motive is to acquire ownership of the toy factory so that he can destroy it. It's a good thing that poor business schemes have no negative consequences in the economy of Toyland. You know, because township joke in reference to a fantasy world, it sounded better on paper. When the Crooked Cat tries to stop Jack and Jill from going to the factory, Jack manages to outwit him through the power of cartoon cat abuse. I mean, what did you expect from a cat that only costs 10 pence? Jack and Jill then head for the toy factory where they see where non-sentient toys are built. I'm not even going to wonder why, but some toys do become alive somehow, such as the toy soldiers.
You like it?
It's very
It's something I came up with while I was talking to Santa, and he went for the idea in a big way.
He did. Well, if he wanted a huge, gigantic, amazingly large toy soldier, he sure got one.
Well, actually, he wants 1,000 of them.
1,000? In 2 days?
I gotta make sure the forced labor stays under control somehow. I actually got the idea from Murdstone.
Unfortunately, Jack and Jill get caught by Barnaby and return to the house, where Barnaby then sings about how he hates everybody.
There's nothing the matter with me. I'm not the problem. I'm never the problem. It's everyone else. I live in a land of nincompoops. I curse them, every one. So feverishly devoted to their laughter and their fun.
So I guess the only problem is that nobody likes them because they have no reason to? After that, a couple of goons respond to Barnaby's ad requesting henchmen.
Sorry. Single, crooked, male, 50-ish, cruel, scheming, seeks 2 vicious cutthroats, object robbery, sabotage, villainy.
Pay for 6 hits and the 7th is free.
They also never explain when he sent the ad or where these guys came from, so I'll just assume he found them on Backpage if it's all the same. So Jack and Jill escape for the toy factory again while the 2 goons disguise themselves as nightmare fuel. They sabotage the factory by throwing a monkey wrench into the machinery, which works for about 20 seconds. Rather than doing something sensible, Jack and Jill decide to chase after the goons, which results in the kids falling down the hill. Haha, and getting caught by Barnaby, who orders the goons to take the kids to the Goblin Forest. As the Goblin King emerges, the kids are successfully rescued by Tom and Mary while Barnaby throws Humpty Dumpty off a stone wall. What, that didn't happen before? Was his death, like, foretold or something? The goons foolishly invite the Goblin King to Toyland in exchange for not eating them. This goes about as well as you'd assume. The goblins raid the town and set fire to all the buildings, so rather than a strategic business approach, Barnaby just decides to go with it and wipe out the entire town. What could possibly go wrong?
These are good boxes.
Shut up, will you?
Okay, this one. How come I get the small box?
I know.
Just when all hope seems to be lost for the factory, Tom calls upon the toy soldiers to save the day, who effortlessly drive off the goblins and extinguish the flames.
This is nothing. You should see their death and dismemberment protocol.
The failure drives Barnaby and the goblins to turn on each other, the king is defeated while Barnaby is chased off by the goblins. But hey, if you want the Crooked Man dealt with properly, my method of choice is far more entertaining.
Oh my god!
With the town saved, Humpty is revived and all the toys are finished by Christmas. Santa arrives and he looks like he just got off the set from the creepiest Coca-Cola ad ever.
Hey! You better watch what you say about me, or I'm gonna wipe my big red sack across your face.
Well then. The cat, who turned out to be female all this time, decides to live with the kids and everyone has a Merry Christmas. Well, that was Babes in Toyland, and to be honest, it's bad, but it sadly had potential to be good. As I said, the songs are actually great. Feel free to disagree, but they have a soft appeal and I actually found them to be memorable to this day. The plot, on the other hand, is absurd. There are several rushed and poorly handled moments, and I think some of that comes from the film's short overall length. The voice acting and characters are okay, but not that noteworthy. The town of Toyland doesn't live up to its full potential either. Yeah, they do mention others like Little Boy Blue, Puss in Boots and such, but I wish it could have been a case of show and not tell. Overall, it was great when I was a kid, so I guess there's no harm in letting them watch it, but for me, it's better off left to the past. This is the M Crew Dude signing off, wishing you all a very pleasant day. Santa?
Yes, I got the souls. The children in the next town over are especially naughty. So just make sure the money production is steady and we can get things finished by Christmas tomorrow. I'll call you back.
Santa, we had a deal. Release my friends or I'll ring your jingle bells.
Ho ho! Oh, naive M Crew Dude. Do I have a confession to make? Ho!
They long for the downfall of poor little Jack and Jill. Now, isn't it sad, Gonzargo?
Too bad about that hill.
We're off to the Goblin Forest, and I'm glad you're looking glum. Cause the worst is yet to come.
The worst is yet to come.
And these kids don't look so good around the girls. The forest is crawling with the goblins. They're deadly, they're quick.
They're tough.
Their passion is mass destruction.
I think they breathe fire and stuff.
They chew up unlucky children like a so many pieces of gum. The worst is yet to come.
The worst is yet to come.